Tô entendendo também não.
187 at 5810 Murata Avenue. Homicide wants you over there. The coroner thinks the broad was whacked using the army morphine. Don't say anything, Roy. Just get over there.
Poor little Swift. She was 13 and she was a day.
Eu pensei que a gente tinha sido rebaixado de cargo. Nem foi, olha. Pedro já foi de base há muito tempo.
Your interest in my appearance is starting to get me worrying.
Like it or not, we're a dysfunctional couple now. People judge me with you on my arm same way they would a fat broad for 5 o'clock shadow.
I really hope you're joking, Roy.
LAPD, I need your car.
Sai do carro aí, doidão. Espera onde pensei chegar aqui. Botar esse carro no meio da rua.
Be careful with it, copper.
Seem distracted. We recovered the morphine. Some of it might be unaccounted for, so what? That's life. We did our job.
É, meu filho, os dois dormiram, olha.
Do you have any idea what is really going on while we're wasting our time following this stuff?
Are you going to tell me?
The deals being done right now will change the face of LA forever, and we're wasting our time on some hump.
Someone's little girl.
Visit the morgue at the end of the month when the John and Jane Does are cremated. Their percentages. The odds for and against lightning striking.
Tá vocês pra acordarem aqui.
Se mexer com a tupi, se araguei leva bala. Nosso bonde não se cala. Pois eu sou tricolor, leão até morrer. Leão até morrer.
E bem, essa porra já tava aberta ali.
What do you
We'll need
think?
the scoop from the homicide boys and from Mal before we do anything else.
Vamos ver aqui. Com certeza é aqui, né, papai?
Bukowski, you made homicide.
That I did. Good to see you, Phelps.
You two want a hug? Or can we get on with it?
Relax, Rusty.
O Rush.
26 years old, fashion model. Found in the tub by the cleaning
O
lady,
Rush tá
Mrs.
aqui com
Reynolds.
nós, olha.
She called it in.
Acaba mais inútil do mundo.
Brothers likes to make work for people. Overdose of sleeping pills. Falls asleep in the tub. Rest in peace. Case closed.
Here, here.
Mal is 100% that it's murder.
Do you mind if I take a look around?
Sure, go right ahead.
Eu fiz sair da frente e deixo os profissionais verificarem a cena do crime, entendeu? Vamos ver o que aqui tem aqui. Um telefone. Acaba não tava saindo do canto. Tem essa mulher aqui.
This is all top end of town stuff. Gives us somewhere to look.
Só joia a cara. Vamos continuar investigando o objeto. Porra nenhuma. Alguma das fotos dela vai ter alguma coisa atrás. Tomara que seja do meio.
Been a modeling assignment.
Ela era modelo.
It's a place to start.
De assim.
Beautiful girl. Clothes certainly aren't from the Sears catalog.
As roupas parecem ser bem caras. Não, não tem nada. A investigação continua, minha querida. Essa daqui é a empregada. Não é pista. Nem isso aqui. Mas isso aqui deve ser certeza, olha. Me diga uma coisa. Cadê o cadáver? Aquela aqui.
Phelps?
Mal, we've had a
Pronto.
look around.
Ainda bem que tá de toalha. Não vou precisar censurar essa porra.
Come on, Mal. Tell us why we were dragged down here.
If the victim was alive when she entered the tub, water would have entered her lungs. The water is violently churned in the windpipe as she drowns. The result is that a lot of foam is generated. This foam is found at the mouth and nostrils in almost all cases of real drowning.
Ela se
Notice anything
afogou.
about our Vic?
May I take a look?
Be my guest.
Ela se afogou em quê?
Take a closer look at her head and neck.
Her neck is bruised pretty badly.
Pescoço aqui parece que tomou foi... Sei lá. Alguém pegou uma canetinha e começou a... Meu irmão?
Very unusual ring.
Um anel muito
Could be
incomum, né?
wrong, but it looks like a black sapphire.
Anel de safira negro. Rapaz, tem umas mordidas na mão. Isso aí não é marca de mordida, não? Eu não sou expert, mas... Porra.
Bruising on the forearms and these look like bite marks.
É, meu filho. Marca de mordida.
The eyes are a classic sign of morphine, and the bruises tell their own story.
Contusões são
I think one man
esclarecedoras.
held her down and another held her arm and injected her. They put her in the bath to try to cover it as a drowning.
And spread a
Tacaram
trail of
morfina nela
barbiturates.
para ela não...
Take a look around outside on your way
Sai
out
do
and see if you
conto.
can find the syrettes. It would make my theory.
And morphine would have been very quick, and there wouldn't have been much of a struggle.
Okay, so find two guys who recently bought syrettes and weren't junkies, and you might be onto something.
This is her in these photos?
É, isso aqui não é prova, porra.
Yes. I. Julie was.
Pretty
Vamos
girl
ter
like
que
that?
interrogar a empregada aí.
With some boys, huh?
Com certeza.
Heartbroken. Couldn't take
Vamos entender aqui.
it. She ran herself a
Pílulas.
pills, and then she did.
O que é isso aqui, essas
Looks like
pílulas?
barbiturates.
Barbituricos? Que porra é barbiturico?
Has so much fire. So much drive.
Quality English smoking jacket.
Not the.
I don't know anyone under 45 who would wear one.
There, there. It's okay.
O cara era no spam, né? O homem dela. Que porra é essa?
Barbiturates. What else is rattling around in
Barbitúricos
this thing?
são soníferos. Mas peraí, dava pra abrir mais ainda? Tava. Olha! Receita de
Speak to a
benzedrina.
Prescribing both drugs would make her life a roller coaster.
Rapaz, a mulher era cheia das drogas, olha. Tomava sonífero e tomava no cu. Vou falar com a empregada aqui. Ei, doidona.
I'm Detective Phelps. I'm here to try and help Julia. Do you mind answering some questions?
Virginia Reynoldson. I'm just so shocked.
Não é
I feel like there's
mexicana.
something I should be doing. Someone I should call.
We can make those calls, ma'am. Who needs to be notified?
That's just it. I don't know. Miss Julie doesn't have any family in town.
Não tem família na cidade?
Someone has to set her affairs in order. Mr. Henderson, maybe? Who else is there? I don't know.
A
If you
pobre
give the
tá
details to
surtada.
the other detectives, ma'am, they can try and get in
Quem é esse
contact.
Henderson, hein, doente? Estado de espírito da
Was Miss
vítima.
Randall depressed about something? Upset?
No more than normal.
Como assim não mais do que o normal, porra? Mandar logo é um dúvida.
Would
Errei.
she have killed herself for a man?
Miss Julie would never have killed herself.
Mas cheguei
She was a very determined young lady.
errando, hein,
One
porra.
of those people who
Merda.
shake the tree for all it's worth.
Did Miss Randall have many friends visit?
I'm not sure. I only come around twice a week.
Esse smoke is masculinely, doutora.
Why are you lying to me, Mrs. Reynoldson? Julia had men stay here.
I will not speak ill of the dead. You can't prove that.
Não posso provar isso. Smoke masculino.
Who owns
E
the
aí?
smoking jacket?
Quem é o dono do casaco,
I like to
sua
tell tales, you
puta?
understand. That's Mr. Henderson's. An
Pronto.
older man, very distinguished looking. He seemed very much in love with her.
Tá apaixonado por
Where
ela?
would we find him?
I'm sorry, I don't know. He said he lives in San Francisco.
Relação com a
What was it
vítima.
like working for
Como
this
é
rat?
trabalhar para a senhorita
Perfectly fine,
Randall?
officer.
Perfeitamente policial.
You're hiding something, Mrs. Reynolds. There's something about Julia's past that you don't want to tell me.
And how do you come to that conclusion, young man? What makes you think I know anything about her past?
Seu passado? Não. Então aqui não é mentira.
It's like I made a mistake.
Eu acho que não é mentira, eu acho que é dúvida.
Mrs.
Acertei,
Reynolds, it seems like
porra.
there's something you want to tell me.
She was very high
Eu
strung.
tenho que verificar a mentira
Lovely
pra saber
one
se é
moment and
dúvida.
screaming at you the next. She wanted it all and she wanted it damn quick. Of course, being so beautiful, it seemed
Mecânicas.
like she was going to get it. Not the way it's turned out, though, is it?
Thanks, Mrs. Reynolds. You've been very helpful. One of the other detectives will take your statement, and then you can go home.
É. Agora eu ver se tu não mente pros outros não, que vão falar contigo. Tua pinga. Acho que aqui não tem mais nada pra ver não.
Stefan, Rusty, we'll take a look around outside and then follow up these leads. Can you get some guys to run down the jacket?
You think Carruthers has called it right?
He rarely gets it wrong.
I don't know. I'm a Galloway. I've met enough girls in my time who can't handle their
Ó
dope.
fina.
Mal will be pleased.
Well, that's hardly conclusive, given the number of those things we've come across recently.
The autopsy will confirm it one way or another.
I think our work is done here.
Not everything here is going to be relevant.
É, acho que não tem mais nada pra ver não, né? Ou tem? Se eu sair pro lado de fora ainda fica... Não, não fica não. Acho que não vai ter nada aqui ao redor não. Vou checar tudo nessa porra. Não. Só dentro mesmo. Aqui embaixo faz som. Eu subi aqui, ainda faz um som de investigação? Não. E aqui em cima? Merda nenhuma. Aqui em cima menos ainda. É isso, fiz minha parte. Vamos embora. Rapaz, tu tava aqui ainda? Eu escutando um bocado de passo, pensando que tu tava me acompanhando, tu tá aí. Lascar, mas...
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Vamos no boutique de Assine. A boutique feminina de luxo. Agora, porque tem uma árvore aí, o cara estacionou do lado de uma árvore, eu tive que entrar pelo outro lado.
Almost brought a tear to my eye.
They're good police.
How would you know? You got promoted so fast you barely had time to learn their names. Let me fill you in. Bukowski's a pushover. Galloway's a drunk.
O Galloway é um bêbado mesmo, é um imbecil. Dá pra aprender com eles dois? Não. Talvez com o outro lá. O outro parece ser gente boa. O Galloway é um imbecil.
I noticed you said better. Hubris disguised as humility. Kind of your trademark, don't you think?
Não, é o lobo. Obrigado pelo follow, meu querido.
And he's welcome to it. You're a terrier, Phelps, and that's what I need. Not some old bulldog who can't get up a flight of stairs without coughing up his lunch.
Aqui se comentou alguma coisa no chat, não. Tive que verificar. Boutique de Assine. Vamos ver como é essa porra aqui. Ah, canto chique, viu?
You all seem to be standing around. What can I help you with today?
Como posso te ajudar?
LAPD,
A
ma'am.
mulher morreu,
I
doutora.
hope I haven't done
É isso que eu
anything
posso te
wrong.
informar.
No, ma'am. We're making some inquiries about Julia Randall. Does she work here?
No, I had to let her go. Is she in some sort of trouble?
She was found dead this morning.
É, minha filha. Mortinha da Silva. Como é o
How long
histórico
had
profissional
Julia
da
worked as a model?
Julia?
Well, she worked in New York before coming here. She was a very beautiful girl.
É verdade.
Could you tell us why you let Miss Randall go?
Husbands sometimes come in here with their wives. When Julia Randall modeled, the husbands were often more interested in her than they were their wives' dresses.
Ah, porque ela...
Wives weren't happy, and neither was I.
Que é isso, cara?
Did she have any close friends here?
Ela foi demitida porque
Actually, yes.
o marido
Mother
alheio
Swanson.
ficava
Would you
com
like to speak
desejo
with her?
nela?
I'd like that very much. Please don't inform her about Miss Randall's death.
Very well, officer. Heather, these gentlemen are from the LAPD.
I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. I understand that you worked with Julia Randall, Miss Swanson?
Yes. Julia helped me get my job here. She's not in any kind of trouble, is
She's
she?
a hellraiser, isn't she? Lives a fast life.
Oh, no. Maybe Mrs. Stanley would call her that, but I wouldn't. She's full of life, a wonderful company.
That's a lovely engagement ring.
Do you like it? Henry gave it to
I'm
me.
very interested in engagement rings. Do you mind if I take a closer look?
Caralho.
That's some pearl, Miss Swanson. Would have cost Henry a fortune.
É, o Henry
He must really love you.
custou uma fortuna, né, porra?
How did you meet Julia?
I was
Conheceu a Julia.
introduced through my fiancé, Henry Arnett.
É, aparentemente ela está falando a verdade.
Henry is your beau.
Ele é seu noivo,
Tell
é?
us about it.
Yes, he is. Henry has a fashion business. He and Julia have been friends for years.
São amigos há muito tempo, né? Esse cabra.
Are Miss Randall and Mr. Henderson engaged?
Quem é esse
Who's he?
Henderson? Ela não conhece o Henderson?
She was wearing a sapphire engagement ring. Someone must have given it to her.
She never mentioned a man named Henderson to me.
That's all for now, Miss Swanson. Could you ask
Porra.
your fiancé to visit Hollywood
Consegui
Police
nada
Station?
aqui, bicho.
It would be very helpful to our inquiry.
Now, wait a moment. I don't think I'll pass on that message until you tell me why you're asking all these questions.
Ah, é?
Julia Randall was found dead this morning.
What?
Ela era tão cheia de vida.
Oh, I can't believe
Mas
it.
aí vem um X da questão.
She was so
Pra
full
morrer,
of
basta
life.
ter vida, né? Não precisa nem ser cheio, não. Basta ter. É isso aí, doutora.
You're behind the wheel.
Agora achei uma merda essa bosta aqui. Eu não
Alright,
consegui
where
muita
to?
informação, não. Consegui muita informação, não. Eu pensei que aqui a galera ia me informar quem é o senhor Henderson. Que ainda se encontra
Nice move,
incógnito
not
nessa
telling old
história.
Sweet Lips in there about her friend taking the big jump till we were half out the door. Very slick.
I figured we'd get more out of her that way.
You're learning, Phelps. We'll make a vice cop out of you yet.
Stoneman, office 505.
505. Quinto andar. Tem elevador, meu filho. Era tudo que eu queria. Era tudo que eu precisava.
I swear, if we locked up every doctor in this town, Vice would be able to work half days.
Aquele aqui.
Yes, sir, your name?
O nome o quê, porra?
LAPD. We'd like to see Dr. Stoneman.
Dr. Stoneman is with a patient. Would you like to wait?
No, we wouldn't. Tell him we want to see him now.
There's no need to be rude.
Não
Save it,
precisa ser
sister.
grosso.
Dr. Stoneman, I have some
Não tá entendendo não, né,
gentlemen
doutora?
from the LAPD here to see you.
O negócio aqui é sério, meu filho.
I'll see this patient again after they've left.
Vai no meio, gordão.
Dr. Stoneman, we are investigating the death of one of your patients, Julia Randall.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
Do you mind if we ask you some questions about Ms. Randall?
Not if it doesn't compromise doctor-patient privilege, detective.
Meu irmão, não tem compromisso paciente médico não, meu filho. A menina tá morta. Tu fala, pau no
How
cu.
well did you know Ms. Randall?
Barely at all. She'd only been a patient 6 months or so.
Pronto. Ele tá mentindo. Primeiramente, quem é ele? O Harold Stoneman. Receita de julho de 1946 para tratamento de anfetamina. Esse jogo tá em 1947, né? Ele falou que conhece ela há quanto tempo? Há apenas 6 meses. Indício de overdose dos de acordo com relatórios. Suicídio provedor, carreira de modelo, anel de ouro, 2. Não é isso.
Julia Randall has been your patient for nearly a year.
É.
I'm sure you know that.
Do you doubt my veracity, detective?
É
Do you
exatamente
have access
isso.
to my patient records?
É exatamente essa prova que eu vou ter que usar. A receita de julho.
Your
E aí,
prescriptions
meu filho?
contradict you, doctor.
Miss Randall was in the fashion business, as you probably know. She was jumped up on Benzedrine by day and knocked down by sleeping pills at night. I told her to
Tu não mente pra mim
slow
não,
up.
cabeça de piroca. Tu vai se
Não.
fuder, viu?
Life was too short for her.
Eu
And
estou
you
no modo
supplied the
Sherlock
prescription for
Holmes.
the Benzedrine.
It's not illegal, detective. A lot of young women in her line of work use it for weight loss.
You wrote Julia Randall a prescription for Benzedrine. How can you account for that?
Miss Randall was in the fashion business. She wanted to control her weight.
Ela queria manter o peso. Vou meter dúvida.
Benzedrine is addictive, as I'm sure you know, doctor.
As I warned her, but she was determined. She said she needed it to control her appetite.
Sounds like you knew her pretty well.
I knew the line of work she was involved in.
Tô entendendo.
That'll be all for now, Dr. Stoneman. We'll be in touch.
Vou usar o teu telefone aqui se tu não se importa. Para não ter que gastar
Operator, message
25
for
centavos ligando pra polícia, tá entendendo?
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Messages for me, please.
Tá pedindo
Yes,
mensagens.
Detective. The coroner's been asking to speak to you. I can connect the call if you like.
Ah, vamos
Please,
saber agora
thank
alguma informação da causa da morte. A causa da morte certa.
Cole, can you get over here? I just finished the autopsy.
Eita, pediu pra ir pra lá.
Sure
Vai
thing,
ser
Mal.
porra
We'll be right
séria.
over.
Vai ser coisa séria, meu filho. Ele não falou pelo telefone, é porque o negócio é sério. Rapaz, chegou um bocado de paciente aqui, olha. Putaria.
old boy's lying.
About what?
I don't know.
Tá mentindo, mas tu não sabe o que é, né?
Said she was dead. It's a strange reaction to have to the death of a young patient.
O cara tá aliviado.
You can drive. Do we know where we're going?
Ele tentou omitir os fatos, né? Isso aí já era uma suspeita da porra. O trabalho dela, basicamente, tudo era
Have
verdade.
you noticed how croakers only pull out the physician-patient privilege card when they got something to hide?
There are certain things people have a right to keep private.
Until it gets in the way of police work. And it's only private when it suits them. A couple of drinks and every doctor I've met will spill your darkest secrets in a heartbeat.
Quer drogar o médico pra saber a verdade? Interessante. Eis a causa da morte. Vamos saber agora. Então, onde é? Ah, é aqui. É aqui?
Paul, Roy, I have some information for you.
Tem dois? Era dois
You're the only
cadáveres?
person enjoying this, Mal. Get on with it.
The bruising confirms 2 sets of hands, so we have 2 killers. Death was caused by heart failure due to an overdose of morphine.
Have you dragged us down here to gloat? We already heard your theory.
We agree that she was murdered.
Yes, of course.
I have something else to show you.
All right, Mal, what gives?
The dead guy's name is Jimmy LeBlanc, career burglar. He came in this morning. Someone stove his head in with a lump of 2x4.
So what? Good riddance.
I found 2 syrettes in his jacket pocket.
Wow.
Hang on a minute, Roy. We're listening now.
No sign of morphine use and no metabolized morphine in his blood. Scratch marks on his face.
Which could be from getting his head remodeled.
Time of death, Mal.
Maybe an hour or 2 after the Randall girl.
So you're saying Laughing Boy here could be one of our killers? That's a hell of a long shot.
Thanks, Mal. We'll check it out.
I found something else.
Keep talking. Someday you'll say something intelligent.
Caralho. Todo fudido.
I swear, this town is going straight to hell.
Ah, tá bom, não quero ficar vendo defunto não, meu chapa. É isso aí.
Sorry, I don't play.
I don't know if it's significant. His wallet was empty. The only other things he was carrying were the harmonica and the morphine.
Uma gaita e uma morfina.
Carruthers. Yeah, he's here. I'll send him over. They have a guy called Henry Arnett in interview 2 for you next door. Let me know how you get on.
Esse Henry é o marido da mulher lá.
Sure, Mal. Thanks for the lead.
Ele tá saindo aqui porque deve ser desse lado. Onde é interview 2? É aqui.
Mr. Arnett, I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. Thanks for coming in.
Call me Henry.
Você vai colaborar?
It's the least I could do. Terrible news about Julia.
How well did you know Julia Randall?
Vaguely. I'm in the clothing business, and Julia occasionally modeled for me.
Quem é esse cara mesmo? O Henry Arnett. Bom, mentira, eu já não posso botar. Será que ele tá... Será que é dúvida aqui? É. O cara se entregou, né? O cara veio pra cá. Eu conhecia Benjamin vagamente. Estou no ramo de roupas e Julia era minha modelo. Ok. É, eu acho que é verdade. Vou errar, quer ver?
And
Ah,
we were
orra.
close. We were friends. Miss Randall's landlady said she was seeing an older man.
Could have been. I wasn't privy to all the details of Julia's private life.
Aqui eu já vou meter dúvida. Errei também.
You know nothing about a man named Henderson?
Yes, you're right. Henderson, yeah. Very distinguished.
How about a first name, wise guy? An address, maybe?
I'm sorry, I don't. I think he lives somewhere out of town. Somewhere back east.
Ah, meu irmão. Tá dando tudo errado.
Ever heard of a Jimmy LeBlanc?
No. Should I have? Is he an entertainer or something?
Can you bring me the file? You trying to take me down? Can you give me a coffee? I have faith in the Lord. Do you, Senor?
So you wouldn't have any reason to believe that LeBlanc would be involved in Julie Randall's murder?
If this guy is a criminal, he might have been involved. But like I said, I've never heard of this LeBlanc character.
Heather told us that you were in fashion.
Errei tudo.
That's right.
They weren't even his prints, and he still confessed.
Some kind of traveling salesman?
Once I got out of the Corps, I used my...
You were in the Marines?
Sure. I'm proud of it. The Fighting Sixth.
You were in the 6th Marines?
Yes. I was a captain.
Which company?
Various companies. We had a lot of casualties.
Which engagements?
Okinawa. A couple of other places.
That will be all for now, Henry. You've been very helpful.